Good day to you friends and followers, my name is Gray Fox and welcome back to Paragon. Now in this episode I'm going to be showing off what's probably my favorite character in this game, and I'm going to show off the build that I think is the best build that I've come up with for this character. I'm not saying it's the best build out there, but it's the best one I've come up with. I call it Murdock Speed, and the reason I call it Speed is because generally by the 20-minute mark you're good to go. I also initially called this the Kill Steal build, so I'll probably end up calling this the Kill Steal video because it's very good at doing that. Now you'll notice that there might be cards that you don't have in order to build this deck just yet. You can substitute for Micro Nuke. I do believe there's some pretty basic cards you can use to stick in here. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what they are, but I believe Staff of the Adamant is one that you could work with. Rift Mega Scepters. A very acceptable replacement for Micro Nuke. You'd have to just play around with it a little bit, or a Whirling Wand is okay. You know, find the stuff that kind of works for you. Staff of the Adamant as well. But with Micro Nuke, they have changed a few things in this game, by the way. They have lowered the numbers. So in case you're looking at this and thinking things are a little weird, because all the numbers have been lowered a little bit. I didn't come to this discovery until recently, but everything has been tweaked out a bit, and so you'll see some different numbers in the game. But at any rate, I run a Red Eye Nitro that uses attack speed, so just a 2-2-2 build here. You can run a 3-2-1, makes no difference really. A 3-2-1 isn't a bad idea to begin with, but also a really cool idea with this one is to run a 3-3-2. The reason is because of the amount of cost will put you right at 12, so you can actually get a little more kinetic energy out of it, and you can get those extra points squeezed out to put it at a round number. The Scepter, of course, because the crit bonus on it with a 2-2-2 build, again 3-2-1 is fine. Meltdown because of energy penetration, run a 3-2-1. 2 Micro Nukes with the exact same build of 2-2-2, of course 3-2-1 is fine. A Meltdown that runs a 3-2-1 build using Major Cast, Shock, and Minor Cast. Now, you can also use Focused and Minor Shock if you want just the energy penetration. But I'm using 3 and 1 with casting because I want the damage potential. And then I run another Micro Nuke that runs straight 3-3-3. I have the 2-2s in there in case I decide to run Red Eye Nitro first because of the way that it rounds out the numbers. Now, that being said, I generally equip this card first, and I'm going to show how this build works for me, and I'm going to actually be kind of a jerk in this video. And you'll see what I mean by that when I get into this video. I don't know how many opportunities are going to arrive for me to be that jerk, but you'll see what I mean as I get into this. Alrighty guys, after a very long queue, we finally were able to get back in. And this is going to be the Murdock Speed or Kill Steal build. So we're going to start with Square. We're going to go into this build and confirm. First thing we're going to grab here is going to be this Micro Nuke. We're going to put on the left side. Now this build is going to be consisting mostly of Micro Nuke and the Meltdown, as you can see. I'm going to take left lane, see what follows. Looks like nobody's actually going to follow. I do believe that Chimera is going to jungle. Now, if you'd seen the Sparrow video, then that was a very, very short match. I think right around 20 minutes at most. And this match, I'm going to attempt to draw out. I'm not going to attack any of the towers this time by at all. And I'm going to attempt to just get some kills and to stay alive in the process. Now, one of the important things to do with this particular build is to keep an eye out on the enemy lives and such as we go. Good, we got Kalari. This is a fantastic matchup. I want Kalari closer though. I'm going to try to pull Kalari back as much as possible. I want these minions close. Come on. We do have Muriel, which means this might be kind of annoying, but okay, we couldn't quite finish Kalari off. That's okay though. Plenty of time to worry about that. The first 4 levels are going to be the most annoying levels because you're not really getting a lot done. And here comes somebody to come and mess with my setup. Again, not that big of a deal. We're just looking for experience at this point. 10 card power, so kills are not as important. Kills get you there faster, but they're not the sole purpose that you're aiming for at the moment. If we had just Kalari over here by ourselves, we might be able to do something with it, but we don't. Again, not pushing that tower. Gonna pick up R1. Unfortunately, we have another blue wanting to mess around here. So Gadget, Sevarog, and Grim are over there. The only one that concerns me is that Grim. Sevarog is a pretty easy kill. I don't let that Kalari get close because these minions will get behind it. You guys probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. Kalari's gonna land. She's not gonna push it. Are there any orbs here? No. Gonna aim on these little guys. Not gonna push too hard here. This is kind of a lazy way of doing this, I suppose. Like, I could be pushing, I could be trying to do more, but the point is I do want to drag this out a bit. I don't like there's somebody else actually in my lane at the moment. It actually really annoys me. I like to do my lane solo myself. I'm not gonna get Kalari. Did you? Nope. Good try though. Very good try. Almost level 3. This should do it. Nope. Gonna go ahead and pick up Buckshot again. Now the primary focus of your mana with this build is going to be your squares. You're going to make sure you have enough to use triangle whenever it's available. Don't go below the 100 or so that's needed to do it. Right now, triangle would cost 1 because I don't have it. But when I do have it, the point is I don't want to use it up good. Gadget did go back, which is fantastic. Means we have this lane open again. Of course, there's nobody here. There's the enemy Gadget. Great. Now they actually want that Gadget over here. I don't like fighting Gadget. Gadget's one I do not want to fight. That sticky bomb is brutal. Couple shots fired on her. I gotta get her back up. This guy down. There's 4. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Circle just because I don't use Circle very much. I don't really need Circle that much, but it's just good to have it. Unfortunately, that's a very, very annoying ability. Alright, these guys are gonna move in. I'm gonna get just close enough to get some damage on Gadget. Ah, fell into that one. Gadget's right on because she's got some reach on her that I can't really get around. She's got that damage off that sticky bomb I can't really avoid. I'll go ahead and let this guy beat us down a little bit. Excellent. Alright. I'm aiming for level 5 here and then I'm going to actually go back. What I want to have happen when I get back is I want this Gadget to be caught up on minions as much as possible, preferably on this tower even. And now here's level 5 when we get our ultimate, which is the bread and butter of what we're going to be doing. We do only have 3 card power, so let's hang out until we get 3 more. Excellent. There's our 3 extra card power. We don't really need anything else right now. Let's let these minions fight those minions, and let's head on back. Alright, now that we're back, we're going to grab Major Cast and Major Cast. And the next 3 points, as soon as we get those, we're going to want to head back unless we're engaged in something really important. Because those next 3 points are going to finish this card. Once we finish this card, our damage is going to be very, very, very nice for early parts of this game. Sometimes this build runs faster, sometimes it runs slower. It really depends on what the computer chooses to fight you with. For instance, paired with a Gadget, I don't do very well. You put Sevarog and Kalari on this side, and they're both going to die over and over and over again. If I had been in right lane instead of left lane, for instance, in this particular match, I would be doing much more damage and much better. Great. Sticky bomb. Oof. That was just the last miss. There we go. Gadget is down. First kill so far. Now I will say that this build has not really ever gotten me under 10 kills. There have been cases where it's gotten me killed as well, but generally speaking, if you play it cautiously and relatively smart, you can go about 10 kills for 1 death. And you can generally finish out the game with under 3 deaths with at least 10 kills. There's nobody over there that beat down, so we're not going to worry just yet. We're not going to push this tower, we're going to let the minions just do what they're doing. Looks like Grim is taking some serious damage over there. Let's see if he runs. So we can see Grim from here as well. Grim is dead. Alright, we have our next 3 card power. Let's go ahead and head up to the core. I don't see any heroes coming to our lane just yet either. Gadget's headed our way, which I don't want. I do not want to be in the lane with Gadget. So that means I have to swap lanes. I will. As you can see now, our damage is pushing 78 with a 3% crit chance. I think Gadget's still moving left. Looks that way anyway. The Sevarog is taking severe damage. He's still taking severe damage. I've lost track of him. Yeah, I can't see him. He didn't die, so I don't know what's going on there. Kalari is running. Still running, still running, still running, still running, still running. Lost track of it. Okay. Could take a wild shot. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I think they made it home. Dang. Oh, well. Had to take the shot. Oh, this harvester needs to be grabbed. But you get the idea of where I'm going to go with this. Anytime something's beat down and it's heading home, not when someone's actually engaged in fighting it. You want to shoot it when it's attempting to port home. I still call it a kill steal because, I mean, they could still get the kill if, you know, they're close enough or whatever, but try to make sure that if it's porting home, then that means no one's actually currently hitting it. So that means that I'm not really being that big of a jerk. If someone takes something from me, though, rather blatantly, I will rather blatantly take it back from them. There's that Kalari that I missed. Unfortunately, since I did... Uh oh. I'm gonna move it. Okay, I need to get out of here. This is going to get very dangerous very quickly. I did not get that kill, unfortunately. I think I got that one. I did get that one. Didn't show it, but I got it. I need 30 seconds of Muriel, so I'm not going to actually attack her. I'm going to back off and wait. Muriel's not low enough. Grim, I think, is not low enough yet either. Again, I don't really want to be involved in the tower stuff right now. That's not really a situation I want to be playing around with because I want to be able to keep this game going a little bit longer. Now, I got 3 points, which is great because I can go back and equip the next card, but that's not my plan just yet. Those guys are hurt. Just not sure by what. I'm assuming tower damage. Let's see that. I don't think that Grim over there is low enough yet. We do have Muriel pulling back. My own life has been low though. Muriel's not really low enough to probably push too hard here. If she stays on Grim, we'll be fine, but if she shifts attention, I don't really want to be a part of that. On that Kalari side. Kalari's got about 60% health-ish. I don't really want to go that route. I would say that's like that Grim's kill. I'm not going to get involved in that. I am going to keep it on that Kalari, though. Alright, now we're going to equip either the Scepter or we're going to go with the Energy Pen. I think we're going to go with this Energy Pen. A little bit of damage, or a little bit of energy penetration early, along with the damage. So, we're going to go ahead and push that route still. And with that being said, we're going to move on forward. It looks like we have Sevrog and Gadget mid lane. Left lane is Grim. Now we could just go ahead and go back to pushing mid or left. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do because we don't have anybody in that left lane from the looks of it. I'm going to grab this card power along the way. I do want this. So it looks like the first tower is down. And the second tower. I'm not sure which. I think it's the second tower. Alright. That's fine. We want Grim in this position. That's going to give us a good opportunity to come up. Oop, he's far. He's deep. Excellent. As you can see, we just flat out damaged him. It was just flat out muscling him down. There wasn't really anything else to do that. Square is a great way to shred some armor off of him, as well as deal damage. Square has two functions. Either use it relatively early to get that energy penetration prepped, or use it late to get the final blow. I like to use it in situations where there's a lot of people attempting to kill the same thing that I'm trying to kill, because then I'm guaranteed to get that hit in that I need. I do not go with a lot of attack speed with this build, so the hits are pretty slow. They're just very powerful. Anything coming on my lane? No. Mira right there. Kalari is deep in our side for some reason. No idea what's going on over there. So right now I could probably just aim right about here, fire. Nope, it's going downward. Kalari jumping and is soon going to be dead. Looks like we got a gadget and a mural over there. Nothing in our lane, so 3 card power, we're gonna head. Oh wait, there's a Grim right here. Let's go ahead and take out this Grim. So I'll show you what I mean by this square finishing up. Gonna hit him, square. No chance to run, nothing like that. Grab our triangle upgrade and head out. Keep me on that Muriel and gadget over there. I don't think either one's gonna be low enough to be a problem to be a missed opportunity. So we're gonna go ahead and take this 3 and throw it into this cast. Nobody's low enough yet to capitalize on.
Enemy tower destroyed.
Looks like that Sevrog is. Let's see if that guy chases him down. He is working on him. See that gadget there, nothing going on there. I think this guy's going to be pretty well on the Sev. Unless the Sevrog gets behind a tower pretty quick, which he might do right here. And it looks like he's doing it right now, in fact. Yeah, that Sevrog's going to run. I'm assuming he stops somewhere along in here. Nope, that was a missed opportunity again. There's 2 misses, unfortunately. And I couldn't keep sight on. If I could kept sight on and see him stop, that'd have been perfect. That's the ideal situation, is they'll run and they'll stop while they're still visible, and even though you lose that side of them, then you still are able to get that hit. Hello, Muriel. Go ahead and pop this now. I did that early because I have a 10-second cooldown, and I don't feel like I'm going to shred her down fast enough. So where that's going to be an issue. This guy's going to take it. Kalari's going to jump me. Muriel's going to jump back up here. Pretty awesome. Shred Muriel again before she runs. Final shot. Nope. Not final shot. Gadget's going to go for it. I thought this tower was up, so I backed off. She got that Muriel kill. Nice. Feel a little sad that I didn't push it though. No. Go. Come on, that Kalari's mine for days. Oh, this is a bad situation. I pushed too far. Alright, we got 5 seconds on this. I'm going to try to grab that gadget. I missed on somebody because I just saw them pop up into the sky. And it was not Muriel that time. Or maybe Muriel was porting home, rather. That gadget's gone. Too high on the health scale to be able to really do any damage. So back to core. Muriel's back in the field. Their Grim is dead, so let's see what we can do here. Let's finish off this card. We have 2 cards finished, 136.5 damage, 3% crit, 122.4 attack speed, and 16 energy pen. The main thing you're going to notice there is that the damage is actually decent at 136.5. Now the next card we're probably going to go for here is going to be the Paragon Scepter. You can continue to push damage if you'd like to, if you just wanted to go straight, you know, damage first and then let everything else tack on after. But the Paragon Scepter is going to give you that damage, and then it's going to give you that bonus at the end of being able to do extra crit, and then you're just going to pick up your crit cards after the fact. I can physically see Kalari, which is fantastic. So Kalari is running up. I did not see where Kalari stopped, however. But that's okay. I took a guess. And that's how generally this is going to work. I guess I'll pull some heat off the gadget here. And then move up. I'm not going to attack this tower. Like I said, I'm not going to push any towers on this one. The only thing I will shoot is the core when we get to that point, because I want the core stat of being able to shoot down the core and being involved in it, etc, etc. I'm not going to take that kill, but I will take these. Did he not kill her? He did not kill her.
Enemy tower destroyed.
Wow. Would have been a nice kill right there, but unnecessary, really. Okay. We've got 30 seconds on that. Actually, no, don't swap back. I'm going to pick up my next R1. I'm not going to head back just yet. Nobody's touched these guys, so we're going to. Let's go ahead and get this red buff. Red buff is fantastic. As you can see, these guys don't stand a chance for damage potential here. Shouldn't have hit that square to finish him up a bit, though. There we are. Main reason behind that's because I use this in a very low mana situation, so hi. Meaning that, you know, I don't have much mana to toy around with, and in turn, the more I use, the worse off I am. Did I get credit for that one? I think I did. Alright, Sevarog is splitting center here. Looking left lane, we've got Gadget on the far side. Two people dead, Kalari's over there. That Sevarog would be a great kill, but I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity because I don't think... So he's running mid, so there's no real tower for him to run to. Which means there's plenty of chances for these guys to catch up to him. However, I might get lucky. Let's find out. He gets an opportunity to stop here. Nope. Thought I might get lucky on that one. But he might just make it up to the inhibitor. But there just wasn't enough time. I'm going to grab my R1 again. R1 is mostly used against Grux or Sevarog or, in this case, I guess Kalari as well. That Kalari's dead. Alright, we have 3 more card power. That being said, I'm going to head back. I'm going to spend it, and by the time that we get off the floor, we might have the additional 3. So with this one, I'm going to pick up the Scepter, stick it in our 3 slot. I'm going to look around the map. Gadget is there. Blue Muriel is there, and yeah, 2 people on Quill, so Kalari is somewhere, right? Alright, no more card power to use at the moment, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and head out into the field. Now we get 3. We don't really want to waste this red buff any more than we have to. That's one big thing. Once you get the red buff, kind of try to use it, and you'll be fine there. Just something I'd really need to tell myself to do more often than not. It would be nice if Kalari would jump me and land on this tower, but... Oh, did he get... Blue Sevarog got him, but I don't see Blue Sevarog now. Blue Sevarog is not dead, but he's not showing up on anything. Is that ours? It's not ours, is it? Nope. Fall back again. Check this. Nobody there. Okay. Well, by nobody there, I mean nobody almost dead. Nobody that can be an easy pick. Gonna head to right lane, see if we got anybody over here. I'm gonna assume we don't have anybody over here. Too high on life, I think. That Muriel's helping that Grim out. This should be ours right here. I'll grab this card power. Okay, there is a Sevarog in mid who's pretty close. And there's a Kalari coming mid. That Sevarog is going to be toast before I ever even get near him. Point. Yep. Our team's pretty decent as far as that goes. See, that Grim is not really that low yet. That Howitzer is holding his own up there. I think that guy's going to come up and just pretty much lay into these guys too. I'm going to try to snag this Grim. I'm not going to do it like that, though, with a bunch of missed shots. Ooh, I thought he was going to get her. Start looking at these little guys a little bit more. So once we get 6 card power, unless we're engaged, we're going to be heading back to core in order to spend that. Finish off our Agron Scepter. We've got 3 people on cooldown at the moment. I don't want to head back just yet because I would rather be working on getting some card power out of this, depending on which way to go about doing that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and check the harvesters real quick. We've got 3 people on cooldown, and I would rather just wait until they arrive. Yeah, that is definitely one that needs to be harvested. Howitzer apparently isn't going for it. Shooting at me? Oh no, okay. I was like, I don't know what you're doing over there. I'm gonna go for the right side Sevarog while he's busy. Should be a pretty easy kill. This should really be me running in, getting about 4 shots off, and then Sevarog is dead. Downfall is I do have a lot of minions next to me, so I have to be very careful of that. Enemy gadget just popped in. Oh man, that gadget popped up and that was that. Dang. I did not see the gadget, so I pushed a little bit too deep. Our gadget just died too. Let's see, we'll watch Grell, see how he's doing over here. That Kalari would be a very easy kill right now, but... Oh, he got her. Nice. Unfortunately, I didn't see that gadget at all, and like I said, gadget is the bane of my existence in this game. I absolutely despise fighting against gadget. Since we're dead, let's go ahead and grab a cast and wait. You guys heading back. We've got about a 15-second span here, and then we'll be back in this as well. That Grim, see that gadget's almost dead. Gadget is dead. Alright, excellent. Let's see, Grim's not hurt enough. Muriel is fine up there. Oh, that Grim's about to die. Grim is dead. I don't see anything on the right side at all. I don't see anything on the left side at all. Could grab that card power while I'm waiting, but... Oh, there's that Sevarog. I would like to get that Sevarog dead. I kind of have a feeling that Howitzer, though, is going to be a pain to fight against. Oh, and we have at least one person following me. I'm not going to take that kill because that Grim is on that guy. I have a feeling that guy's going to try to take the kill, though. Moving back toward this Kalari, which is excellent. Muriel showed up. Kalari's going to try to get over here. I missed that shot like an idiot. Ah. You have to drop just to try to pull down Kalari. Oh, come on! God. I got way, way, way too greedy on that one. I just went for it, and I should have ran from Gadget, but I wanted that Kalari kill, and or the Grim, rather. I had that Muriel on me, but I thought I could handle the Muriel just fine. But got too greedy, and that got me killed. That's fantastic. Oh, this guy might be facing a pretty good hit right here. He tanked through it pretty good. Let's see how we're doing on the boards. We could be doing a lot better. My Grim's doing very well. We could definitely be doing a lot better. Should have a good 12 kills by now, but unfortunately our team is really good at getting the DPS out. Usually this build works really great when you're facing, or not when you're facing, but when you're in a team that's composed primarily of things like blue steel, or not blue steel, steels, Severogs, you know, anything that's, oh dang it, I'm gonna head back. I could just walk, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it this way. But when the team is composed of a lot of tanks or a lot of melee people, it's a really, really, really great build because they can't get past the towers because they're melee. And they have a lot of trouble and they struggle, and it's just a really great situation because while the enemy runs past the tower, and while the enemy is hiding on the other side of the tower, then they're getting ready to port home, and the melee guy can't do anything about it. And Gadget being on our team is really kind of annoying. We have a Grim, which has the same kind of range. We have a Howitzer who's ranged. And the only one that's not ranged is a Chimera, and a Chimera can tank through a lot. So it's kind of like one of those, you know, kind of got a bad role as far as the group goes. So that's a little unfortunate. And I'm not quite enough of a jerk to just flat out steal a kill. Come on, just stop moving. Nope. Wasn't enough. Cool. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and try to clear out most of these little guys pretty quick. Gonna move into this Grim. I think since this Grim's already taken his ult, I can just finish him straight down. Yeah. Health is a bit low. I don't want to get flanked by a Gadget, but she's dead, so that's fantastic. I don't have to roll up Muriel showing up because I don't have anybody in front of me for her to protect. She seems busy over there. And Severog is currently fighting the Chimera. So he's about to be dead. See? Keep an eye on this Muriel. Get just close enough. Oh, she went forward. That's bad for me. Means I can't take the kill. She has no inhibitor to back into yet. Yep. Rather than taking that kill, I'm just gonna let the guy do what he does and let that be that. Again, man, it sucks to be in groups with people who know how to play that well. Or at least know their character well enough to know the right opportunities to do things in. See, backing out, there's nothing else out here right now. Card up power on this side's already taken. See what's on this side. Gadget is still alive. Gadget is dead. And the enemy team doesn't really have a set of heroes that's really strong against this particular set that we're using, aside from Gadget. Gadget and Muriel, I suppose, because Muriel's pretty annoying. But like, Severog isn't going to do anything. Kalari's definitely not going to do anything. Alright, I'm going to grab my triangle again. So we're going to keep the ult up as much as possible. I know I was going to say I was going to be more of a jerk in this episode, but I don't have it in me to just take kills without any kind of justification. Like, I can't just take a kill. I have a hard time doing that. However, this might be a good situation for me, because Grim's moving down on that one. Nope, he probably popped his ult right there. Man, see, that's the problem is Grim. He's got that range. He's the one other person that's really hard to get these amazing kills against. Can't steal from him. He doesn't let them get far enough away. All those bad things. Zero on the left. Looks like I got Gadget in my lane again. Go away. You don't want Gadget in my lane. Grim is going right. That's good. So Muriel is probably heading home. No, she's running still. So I start seeing the animation for her going home. She's holding still. Nope. It wasn't low enough, and she had some armor going on. Muriel's a very hard one to pick off. She's got some good mitigation. She's hard to pick off, and all that jazz. Plus, she can fly away in certain situations, which makes her more annoying. And now, since I did that, I'm not going to get this Flurry off. I can get Muriel though. Fantastic. One more shot on that. We got to finish these two off. Let those guys push on a little bit. Okay, so I hit 10 and 2. I did say 10 and 1 generally, but you know, wasn't quite accurate. Wasn't quite able to do that. It's my own fault. Like right now, I'm about to get myself killed. Let's go ahead and get ready to head out and drop this here. We're gonna head back. We got 6 card power to use on top of that, which is fantastic as well. We're gonna take that 6 card power and we're gonna dump it into the next stat that we're gonna want to boost, which in this case is going to be our crit. When we hit 39 card power, we'll finish this card up, and then we can either continue to push the damage out or we can go ahead and do crit. And you can already see we're at 12% crit chance without the card even being finished yet. I believe with it being finished, we around 27%. So very good numbers to start with. We finish the other card off on top of that. About 1 in every 2 hits is going to be a crit. And we already have quite a bit of damage under our belt, so this is good. This is a good deal. We've got what looks to be at least a 3-hero lane right here, which is very bad. It's not a situation you really want to come up in. It's going to be a 4-hero lane because, well, Kalari's leaving, so I think several others might die, though. Yep. So we have Grim here next to me. Not really a fantastic thing for me because Grim will be able to take a kill more easily than any other person I can be laned with right now. Oh, did I get it? No, he got that kill. Miro's about to kill that howitzer. Yeah, there we go. I was not about to let that Muriel get away from that. I'm so used to trying to get dead-on shots, trying to get them right in the middle of the reticle and then just unload, but sometimes just the glancing shots, just them being close enough is enough. Drawing back, run. He ended up ulting in square. I'm gonna head back now because I need help, and those 4 extra card points are definitely gonna come in handy here in a moment. Then they're gonna push this inhibitor down while those guys are in cooldown. Go ahead and drop our 4 points in. As you can see now we have 24% crit chance, 136.4 attack speed, 201.5 damage, and still 16 pen. Now it's your choice at this point how you want this to go, if you want to go ahead and push damage, or if you want to push crit. I think I'm just going to go ahead actually and push more damage out, because I would rather have the potential for pushing my triangle into a kill shot, as opposed to a potential kill shot. So better baseline means better damage, which means more likely that I'm going to be able to just kill somebody. Unfortunately, everybody's running after that Sevarog, and I don't like that. Which means I'm not going to come close. Well, I got a Muriel protecting him now, so... But Grim's over here, which means that I probably won't even come close. I took the longest way around I possibly could, by the way. I'm up to Muriel. I missed. As you can see, our base damage is 253. Muriel's able to tank our damage very nicely. Ooh. That's why I was talking about square being extremely important to get that finishing kill shot in some situations. Alright, coming up through here, we're going to come up, I think, yep, Grim's here. I thought there was a hero here. Gonna hold on to square, because I have a feeling it's going to be another situation where I can use it and kill him all. See, I just saved my own kill twice from that Chimera. 529 crit, and we have no card power to speak of. It's not good. Let's go ahead and duck through here. Take this lane and get over to this side. What I want to do over here is get this Kalari jumbled up. pull this Kalari down if I can. Or we'll just crit and kill Kalari, that's fine too. Alright, that's the advantage of having the crits though. Those hits can definitely add up to a very easy kill shot. Keep an eye on that gadget over there. Drop much more, I'll be able to potentially get a hit. But Muriel's backing her up, so probably not. I can't tell what's going on the other side. It looks like the inhibitor is down, both in the middle and on the right side already. 3 more card power, which so far doesn't matter. Probably not going to head back to the 6 if the game lasts long enough for us to get 6. Oh god, I don't know why I did that. I was literally looking at the Sevarog and not paying attention. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. For some reason, I thought the inhibitor was down in this lane. Woo. I thought the inhibitor was down in this lane. Don't come after me. And I was going to be able to make it through. I thought it was in center lane for some reason. Oh god. Whew, I thought this was going to hit me. But it wasn't, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and actually grab right here. Push down. And I'm going to not be able to do anything else. Because that's not at a point where I can do anything else. Great opportunity here if we had square to cross map snipe. But do not have it. Looks like every one of their heroes except for, is it Muriel? Can't tell. Yes, Muriel is dead. There's Muriel. They're getting beaten down as we speak. And we lost our Chimera. 2 of our other heroes are very close to death. And now they're respawning, which means that there's going to be a lot of damage potential coming out, along with supers. You're going to see ultimates coming in like crazy right now.
The enemy core is under attack.
Now, the thing here is keeping a good situation, which this Sevarog is in a terrible situation. I'm waiting for Grim to come pop his ult. I'm actually not going to shoot him for a second. That's why. So I gotta be a bit of a jerk. That was a kill steal in a reverse kind of way. I knew that Sevarog was going to kill him. I know it was a dick thing to do, but I also knew that it was a guaranteed kill, so I could not pass that off. Got that Kalari down. I'm not great take this gadget shot though. Good 5-5-5 hit on that one. I'm not gonna do that one. Nope. Ooh, I think I was gonna do that one for a second. I do not want to be Grim's focus right now. I want Grim to focus on this guy. In case Grim pulls an ult out, I do not want to be focusing that ult. Oh, I missed. This guy's gonna get him before I can. He's running way too fast. Nope. Alright, before these guys respawn, I'm out of here. Hoping that Sevarog prioritizes that howitzer that's close to him. I have no card power. Thought for some reason that I would. But we're already at 42, which is pretty high for a match, really. This has been a long match. I apologize to anybody watching that it's drawn out so far. I know there's some boring parts to this one because I've just kind of ran around. I'm not going to edit this video like I did the others and kind of cut out scenes and parts and part of it because I'm going to try to stay more engaged in my fights and let you see everything so you can see what I'm doing in these battles. It does take longer to render, to upload, and prepare, but and I know it's more to watch, but I feel like you're able to kind of see all of the mistakes that I make at the same time and see that this isn't just like me doing something that's like, oh, you're good at this game or whatever, because I'm not, which I know some of you out there are just like, oh god, you're terrible at this, which is completely true. But at the same time, I like to be able to just kind of show every aspect of a fight. I should have had that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this down. See, we're nailing this core. Yeah, before anybody else can get any more kills in, I'm gonna do that. So there's our victory. Core is popped. I do believe I had just over 20 kills. I think I planned there. I looked at 21, 22 maybe. I shouldn't have missed that one, but I did. Yes, 21 and 2. The closest to us was a 19 and 1, 17 and 4, 12 and 2, and then a 3 and 4. PC gadget. I felt bad at first because I thought the gadget was going to get all these kills, but it turns out she didn't. That 19 and 1 was good because that was like Grim, but you got to admit, 21 and 2, 2 more kills at the cost of 1 more death, not that big of a deal. As you can see, this build is fantastic for this. There are a couple of kills I probably should have got, a couple of kills I probably should not have got, but I was kind of a jerk to that Grim. I was the reason he died. I'm going to completely take credit for that. If that guy that died is watching this, I apologize to you, but I kind of had to. You have to understand there. I just kind of had to. So there's a special event for rep. And let's see what kind of experience we're pushing into this. 6,393 experience. Very awesome. So that being said, that is my Murdock build. That is how I played that build. It went on for a very long time. As you can see, I did hit 42 card power, which was behind both Grim and the Howitzer and the gadget. Yet, despite being behind all those guys, I still ended up pushing 21 kills. So I'm pretty satisfied with the way that this build works. Sometimes it's even better. I think my highest so far is a 32 and 1, I think. Might have been 32 and 3, I'm not sure. I'll have to find it and see. But at any rate, I hope it's really cool that you guys are able to take this build and use it a bit. I don't know how it'll perform in PvP. I really like the build one way or another. One day I'll try that out and see, and you know, go from there. But at any rate, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, please hit that like button. Subscribe for more great content, and also check out the Paragon playlist so you can see all the builds that I have going, as well as how the characters are played from my point of view. So thank you guys all of you guys. Can't talk right now, sorry. And I will see all of you in the next video. Gray Fox out.